I want to tell a story. What if I told you that the greatest lessons in life are whispered not in the boredom or lecture hall, but on a rain-soaked mountain trail guided by crows? This week, deep in Seattle's misty woodlands, we discovered that every obstacle carries a spark of transformation. We set out at twilight. Captains, my friend, thermos bringing with freshly steeped tea, its fragrance waving warmth through our chilled bones. With each step, mud clung to our boots like memory to the mind. Visibility was sparse, a gloss of fog blanketed the undergrowth. Yet even as the world dissolved into a swirl of greens and grays, our senses sharpened touch. The squelch of mud underfoot, cold wet beat of skin, smell earth's fragrance amplified by rain, tears herbaceous, steam laced in the air, sound rain's rhythmic patter on leaves. As we ascended a steep ridge, the path narrowed into a slick ribbon. Dolph whispered, "Turn back, this is madness." But in that moment, the forest offered another chorus, a murder of crows swooping into our prey. They circled us with deliberate grants, their ebony shadows cutting sharp arcs against the mist. Their presence was uncanny. The birds paid no heed to biting wind, to mud that grounded our boots, or to the sporadic drizzle that iced our brows. With each beat of their wings, they communicated an unspoken creed. Adversary is our teacher, not our executioner. Recall Merleau-Ponty's assertion. Consciousness is embodied here, legs burning from the slope, lungs stinging with cold air. We inhabited resilience physically. Our bodies, like the crows, learned to dance with the terrain. Each sensation, mouth's section, rain sting, become a portal to awareness. Phenomenological reduction. We stripped away abstractions, no emails, no deadlines, attending only to immediate experience. Embodied cognition, every muscle fiber informed decisions, where to place each foot, how to balance a cup of tea in a one hand. Thus, engaged, the trail lost its terror. Instead, it revealed itself as a laboratory of transformation, where every physical challenge forested mental tenacity. Crows have long haunted human imagination, omens or tricksters, but on that ridge, they were mentors in winged form, teaching us three cardinal truths: adaptation in action. Observe how they maneuvered rocky outcrops, scoring for prey. They adjust wing beats to gusts, fit to perches. Their flight paths weren't arbitrary. They were dynamic responses to shifting conditions. From them, we gleaned that resilience is not rigidity, but a fluid negotiation between self and circumstance. Collective vigilance. A single crow signals danger. The flock responds in unison. On the ridge, as one's crow alighted on a branch, others fanned outward. They seemed to guard a shared sacred trust in the network. For unity doubles strength under duress, embracing the present. When Captain, extending his teacup, a long crow fearless, landed and dipped its break into the steam. That tiny act spoke volumes. No hesitation, no regret. Here and now, that crow drank deeply of existence. From this communication, we distilled a mantra. Challenges come to sharpen our resolve, not to consume our separate. Marcus Aurelius implored us to live in accordance with nature's rhythms. The Stoic taught that obstacles are the path itself, yet on that slope, ancient wisdom took on fresh resonance. Our regrets about missed opportunities and anxieties about unknowing paths ahead dissolved in the mist. In those moments, the only battle was with gravity and breath, stoic endurance. We reframed discomfort as an lie, each blister a badge of courage, existential emphasizing on the present. Starters anguish might arise from reflection on freedom's width. But here, freedom means placing one foot before to another. We realized true strength is not measured by past victories nor future plans, but by the clarity with which we inhabit the present struggle. Philosophy enlightens the mind, neuroscience galvanizes action. Research shows the controlled stress, exercise, cold exposure, mental challenge activates neural plasticity. One that rich, each step into sinking mud and each inhale of rigid air invoked a mild stress response. Cortisol surged, noradrenaline sharpened focus, but under that biochemical cascade, dopamine reward pathways lit up with every crest, conquered, and every crow interaction. HPA axis activation. Stress signals propelled energy mobilization, enabling us to push through muscle fatigue. Dopamine reward. Novel stimuli. Crow's misty aroma triggered reward signals, reinforcing resilience behavior. Endorphin release. Musculoskeletal exertion released endogenous opioids, buffering pain and creating an euphoric age that transformed pain into pleasure. Thus, the terrain was both adversary and ally, coercing our psychology into peak performance and etching resilience into our neural circuits. In the crucible of challenge, simple ritual became anchors. Captain's tea was more than warmth, it was a rite. Each sip breached suffering and triumph, fuel for body, balm for mind. Chemistry of caffeine activates adenosine receptors, enhancing alertness. Phenolic antioxidants mitigate oxidate stress induced by exertion. Sensory mindfulness, aroma, warmth, flavor. Each dimension feeds dopamine pathways. When you pour tea mid-ascent, the act transcends hydration. It becomes a celebration of persistence. And each crow's gaze becomes applause. What truths did Seattle's mist reveal? Distill them into actionable mantras. Every obstacle ignites latent willpower. Every drop of seed is proof of metamorphosis. The present moment is the area of true victory. Just as crows refine their strategies, so must we refine our mindset, seeing adversary as instruction, not indictment. Stand now, breathe deep, step forward, because the hardest moment harbors the greatest leap. We emerged from the rage transformed, no grand epiphany, just an emboiled awareness that life's great births growth. Let the crow's determination, the forest's hush, guide your next challenge. Share your triumphs below. Did you scale your ounce muddy range? #CourtClimb. Subscribe to join our next quest, Volcanoes and Alchemy of Adversity, where fire meets fortitude. Until then, stay curious, stay courageous, and remember, every step is part of your story. Thank you very much for listening to me. This is the end of podcast.